For someone like me who loves movies, I really don't have an opinion on most. Sure, there are some I love, and some I think are overrated, but if there's a passionate group of fans who live, breathe, and die for a particular movie or movie series, I'm very impartial. I have no opinion or objective or want to convince you of some trite argument. I love the concept that people spend hundreds of millions of dollars on an hour-and-a-half presentation, and afterwards all you say is, "So what'd you think?" It's a way I can relate to people, understand them, find a common ground. I'm sort of like the Abed for movies, if Abed wasn't already the Abed of movies. Maybe like White Abed, which also exists and didn't get removed from viewing, unlike some other episode. So when I say I have no underlining objective on Disney and their princesses, I mean it. I've seen the movies and I enjoy that they exist, but I would never compare one to another. Heck, no one compares them. Sure, ranking opinions are out there, but I found it so strange that everyone, and I mean everyone, says Tangled is better than Frozen. They're not wrong, and we'll get to that, but why these two movies, and why does there seem to be a clear accepted opinion? So that's the question I want to explore. Why everyone says Tangled is better than Frozen. So we have to look at the rivalry. They came out 3 years apart, but that's not unusual. Pocahontas and Mulan came out 3 years apart and no one compares them. I mean, why would you? There's a clear winner there. It's definitely Pocahontas. But Belle, Ariel, and Jasmine's movies all came out within a 4-year time span, and Tiana's was a year before Rapunzel, and Merida's Brave in between Tangled and Frozen. I think it has to do with the box office. Tangled made just over twice its budget, while Frozen made 8.5 times its budget and did it with $110 million less than Tangled. So yeah, of course they got a sequel. Honestly, I have no idea how Tangled cost $270 million to make. I think a grudge is built because Tangled paved the way for Frozen. Disney Princess's reputation was synonymous with milked-out merchandising and direct-to-DVD sequels. Princess and the Frog, Tangled, Brave helped restore the prestige. Then comes Frozen and that one song and that trailer that they copied, and it blows box office records. And I've never seen Disney unprepared for success before, but that's another video. As for why Princess and the Frog and Brave aren't in the conversation, it's a couple of reasons. On the Venn diagram, Tangled and Frozen line up quite a bit. But also, Tiana and Merida's movies aren't better than Frozen. But financial success does not mean a better movie is made. People like it when a movie is enjoyable, and when you look at Frozen, that movie isn't joy. Sure, it's adventurous and exciting, but it's also sad. It's a bunch of people drudging through the snow looking for love and affirmation. The song Do You Want to Build a Snowman has the most abrupt plot in the bridge that I got whiplash. Olaf practically pulls the plot that is depression off the ground. Sure, it's empowering, but Disney female leads have been doing that for a long time. It does put fairy tales on its side. No men were necessary in the making of this film. And I love that love gets called out in this movie. Like, it's not love, it's infatuation. So I'm infatuated that love gets called out in this film. Frozen is good. But that one song and that one progressive thought aside, Tangled is just fun. It's goofy slapstick falling off cliffs fun. Their faces are practically made of rubber, the gags are fun, the actors are charming. Seriously, Zachary Levi, fire your agent. You should be a household name with top billing on every role. The villain is good, the plot is good, heck, even both sidekick animals are good. And Rapunzel is so badass. Here she is, captive, lied to her entire life, put through the emotional ringer to the point where she really shouldn't understand basic emotions. But then she just barrels into any conflict head first, or hair first. She ain't no damsel, y'all. That's not to say it's perfect. For as much money as they spent, the world feels empty. And for CGI, it's weird how often there are continuity mistakes. And although the songs are fun, they often lack emotional weight. Like this moment she runs out of the cave, never did we or Rapunzel feel claustrophobic or limited in her tower. Sure, she's bored, but we never feel those cliff walls looming, the lack of perspective of her limited view. Then when she runs out and hits her high note, it's not this freeing moment of relief and the most powerful part of the film. It should be a wide landscape with an amazing view, not here's some trees and birds. Think Breath of the Wild, just boom, here's the world. On repeat viewings, of course, everyone would rather watch Tangled over Frozen. There's more jokes, more fun details, and a better win at the end. Yeah, bad guy gone, killed by a chameleon. Whereas Frozen, oh, I learned to love and I should probably calm down. But hey, it's Disney princesses. They're not going anywhere, and Disney will continue to merchandise as long as we're buying. Now, I'm not innocent. My kids have a Play-Doh Rapunzel set. And like all Play-Doh, it's very underwhelming. Cute for 30 seconds, and then, now what? Maybe we just need to accept some things never change. Disney is just happy we're comparing their products because then they don't lose. And if we're going to say who's the best princess, it's clearly Pocahontas. She can paint with all the colors of the wind.